analysis is when we have a solution and then you add something because you are going because this is a solution, so you are going to calculate the mass. Okay, what's the mass composition of the solution? By that, since it's liquid, okay, it's aqueous solution, we cannot weigh it. So what we do here is we add something, like example NaCl. All right, okay. All right. Now, example, we add something uh, like AgNO3 to our NaCl so that we can form a precipitate. So that's why in your lecture you talk about precipitation. So the more desirable is when you have a larger precipitate, because if you have a larger precipitate, then it's easier for you to filter. So yung filter, mas ma-filter siya, and then you can weigh that one. So again, gravimetric analysis is adding adding something to your solution, like AgNO3 in this case, to your NaCl, because we want to know the weight of our NaCl, and we cannot do that by diretso lang because it's aqueous solution. We mean, when we say solution, aqueous solution, meaning the solvent there is water. Mm. The solvent there is water, and then it's typically a liquid, but no, ato pa siya siyang specify. We have a liquid and then we have aqueous solution. Now, to be more specific, aqueous solution is a liquid and the solvent there is your water. Okay, now because we cannot do that, so we put this one AgNO3. Okay, we put AgNO3 or something to you, any other precipitating agents, so that we can form a precipitate. Therefore, after forming a precipitate, going back to your laboratory in the first activity, when we were preparing the Morse salt, remember, as you can remember, after we add a solution reagent there to form a precipitate. Then after that one, we filter it using the flask and then your filter paper. Then after that one is we dry. Okay, so we ignite and then we dry our solid, and then that's the time that we weigh. So that's why in in your lecture earlier you talk about precipitation, because precipitation is one way of your gravimetric analysis. Gravimetric analysis again is knowing the composition in your solution, knowing the mass. That's by mass. So in order for us to know or to weigh it, is we will precipitate. That's okay. So that's one. Then last discussion, we answered problems. Okay. All right. Uh, so kinsa na yung naka-review sa atong problems. So these are the things actually hapit na mahuman. Kinsa na naka-review? O pa naka-review sa atong last topic, last discussion. Okay, anyways, let's go na. All right. So here, let's do number 8. Let's keep number 7 because number 7 is not precipitation, it's volatilization. Still, it's gravimetric analysis. Now, let's go to number 8. Okay, please read number 8. Okay, we have Rachelin. Okay, hala, madunggan ko. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, please read Feli Grace. Number 8.
Well, uh,
Oh, wala siya.
how many grams of sample containing chlorine should be taken for analysis so that the percent chlorine in the sample can be obtained by multiplying the derivative of Aegis chlorine by 10%.
Okay. So we have how many grams of sample containing Cl should be taken for analysis so that present Cl in the sample can be obtained by multiplying the weight of HeCl by 10. Okay. What's given? All right. Let's try that one. Okay. So how many grams of sample containing Cl so that present C sample? Okay. Here. If you have okay, so if we have a beaker, all right. Now it has HeCl. Okay, it's a salt. Now it has HeCl. Then we are asked here the present Cl. Okay, present Cl. Now we know that present Cl in our previous discussion. God. Present Cl is equal to the mass of your or grams, mass in grams of your HeCl times you multiply that one with the molecular weight of your HeCl times again, then the gravimetric factor, then you multiply that one with your atomic weight of your Cl because we're looking here for Cl, and then you divide that one with the whole sample in grams. Then because it's percent, don't forget that it will be multiplied with 100%, with 100. Okay, we have that one. Now, all right. In the problem, okay, in the problem, we're not actually asked of the present Cl. What is asked is,
The mass, ma'am.
okay, the mass of your,
CL.
okay, so we have that one. Now, we are asked of this one. Oh, no. Oh, the mass of your Cl, not this one. This is the mass of your HeCl. So this one, the mass of your Cl. Now, how do we do that? We are only given with this one. We are given of present Cl. Okay. All right, so let's do that one. Here, we have present Cl. What is present Cl? What are they given? What is percent CL? Okay. Did I present CL class? Please read. So that percent CL in the sample can be obtained by multiplying the weight of AgCl by 10. So we have the weight, so grams of AgCl times 10 by a factor of 10, that will be your percent CL. So we have that one. So percent 10 times the grams of AgCl, that's your percent CL, is equal to the mass of AgCl. So are we given of the mass of AgCl? No, we're not given of the mass of AgCl. So we will have mass of, or grams, we can write that one in grams of AgCl, times what's the molecular weight of your AgCl? What is HCl? That's 143.
143.32 grams per mole, ma'am.
Okay, so if we have grams of HCl, so now 143.32 grams HCl, that is per 1 mole. You multiply that one with the gravimetric factor. Now, if we have 1 mole of HCl, how many moles of Cl?
1, ma'am.
1. All right. Then let's multiply that one with 1 mole. Oh, this is 1 mole. 1 mole Cl. So 1 mole Cl, that is, what is atomic weight? 35. Atomic weight of your Cl, that is 35.45. Okay, so that will be your Cl. That is in grams. Then you divide the whole thing with the sample. Okay, the sample here is, we don't know the sample in grams because that's what is asked. The grams of the samples. Okay, so gram sample, and then we multiply the whole thing with 100. Okay, so please do what adoni? This one. Okay, pila ni siya? We have this one lang sa this one to this one. 35, 35.45 divided by 143.32. That is, pila siya? Ate?
0.25, ma'am.
Okay, let's rewrite sa HCl is equal to mass or grams of HCl times, how, pila to siya? 0.
.25, ma'am.
Okay, 0.25. So we have 0. Wala, 4 digits daw. 4 significant figures. 24.70.
0.2473, ma'am.
Okay, 0.2473. 0.2473. What will be the unit? What will be the unit there, Mikey? Because this will be cancelled with the mole and the mole here. So we have
Grams,
35.
ma'am.
Okay, that's grams. All right. Grams over the sample. grams of sample. So by in order to get the grams per sample, cross multiply. So we have gram sample. Now let's not forget 100 times 100 because it's percent times 100. So gram sample is equal to grams AgCl times 0.2473 grams over, we have this one, 10 10 AgCl. Now this is in grams, so we can cancel this one, then multiply by 100. Don't forget 100. So we will be left with the gram sample will be pila.
2.47, ma'am.
2.47, ma'am.
Okay, that's 2.47. All right. Gram sample. So, good answer. All right. Okay, 2.474. Okay, so we got, all right. So, unsay sumpay diri? For
Grams, ma'am.
significant
Grams, ma'am.
4.74.
2.473.
3? All right.
Yes, ma'am. 473.
Okay. All right. So, gamay ra siya kuan. Okay. So, it's okay. Gamay ra siya to error. So, we have that one, 2.473 grams of your sample. So, we need this one, 2.473 grams of the sample in order for us to get the percent CL to be 10 times the AgCl. Okay. So, just to review na lang class. Then, let's go. Any question? Okay, because this is your sample. Now, it contains AgCl. Now, we are asked of pila ka grams imuhang sample. Pila siya ka grams. Pila ka grams imong the whole sample. Now, and then if you are given that nga kung ang imong percent CL is to be 10 times the grams in HCl. We don't know the grams in HCl, so we just gisulat ra nato siya. And then but we know the molecular weight. The molecular weight of it is what 143.32 grams per mole. And then because we are looking of Cl, now let's multiply, and then we got only AgCl. Let's multiply it with the gravimetric factor. So in 1 mole of HCl, then we can create 1 mole of chlorine. So then because this is percent, so let's make sure that the grams over grams. Okay, so we will multiply it with the atomic weight, which is 35.45. 35.45 came from the atomic mass of your chlorine. So after that one, we multiply these things. Okay, we'll calculate that one. And then we are left with this one, grams of HCl times this one. And then divide the whole by the whole sample, then multiply by 100. Then after that one, since we are looking for this one, the grams of sample, we know this one. This is given for your percent CL. So let's cross multiply. Now, grams of HCl times grams of HCl here, then actually we can actually cancel the two, cancel. Then we will be left with this one times 2.473 grams divided by 10. Then you multiply that one with 100. So your sample, in order for you to have 10 times AgCl, must be 2.473 grams. Question. Hello. Question. Sige, Abinis, question. Ano? May question, class. Nico, Mikey,
Nan, ma'am.
Leia. Okay, i-review na lang ha.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
unsa?
Kasi ma'am, isend mo na ang video, ma'am. Ay, ka na record ano, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Salamat.
All right. We have number 9. Okay, a sample containing only calcium carbonate. And then we have magnesium carbonate. Okay, so we ignite that one, forming calcium oxide and magnesium oxide. The mixture oxides weighs, okay, so we have half as much as the original sample. Calculate present calcium carbonate, then MgCO3. Okay, so this thing is the same, almost the same to kato isa ka problem na to nga nag-let x ta. Okay, number 6. All right. We have two equations here. Okay, we will write that one. Okay, please read number 9 sabi. We have ano, May. Number 9, May. Okay, Ednaline. No, og magklase ta, magkuan ta, magkanang ko ano, magkuan pud mo ballpen and then calculator. Okay, Ednaline. Okay, Barbie. All right, Ednaline. Hello, Ednaline.
Yes, ma'am. Pagputol ata, ma'am. Kay ginaitik na.
All right, Edmaline. Okay, we have Barbie. Edmaline. Okay, Barbie, number 9.
A sample containing only Ca and CO3 and MgCO3 is ignited to CEO and MgO. The mixture of oxides weighs exactly half as much as the original sample. So calculate the percent of CaCO3 and MgCO3 in a sample 26.73% and 73.27%.
Okay, that's the answer. All right, so we have the sample. Okay, you have a sample. All right, if this is maklaro ang yellow. Okay, if this is your sample. Okay, cylinder ni siya. Okay, now. Okay, so we have that one. Unsay naa sa tong sample? It has?
Percent nito, ma'am.
It's a percent. Okay.
Katong sa calcium carbonate o sa
Ogsa. What's this one?
magnesium, basta MgCO3.
Wait, ma'am.
Okay, what is that, Mikey?
Magnesium carbonate.
Okay, so this is your sample. Now, sa imong aqueous solution, duha ang naadira class. You have MgCO3 plus calcium carbonate. Okay, you have 2 in your sample. Now, after that one, it is ignited. Again, you ignite. All right, ignite na to siya. Now, after ignition, what has been formed?
Nabulag, ma'am.
We have,
I mean,
okay.
naikuha siya, calcium oxide o magnesium oxide.
All right, we have formed magnesium oxide and calcium oxide. All right. So the mixture oxides, okay, this one, these things, these two, okay, plus the two actually weighs exactly half as much as the original sample. Now, what is the weight of the original sample? Okay, unsa ang original sample nimo? This one, calcium carbonate, and then we have MgCO3. Okay, what's the original what's the weight of the two? We don't know, no? Wala dira, no? Wala gibutang.
Percent na may given, no?
Given. Unsay percent ang given? Sure?
Kanang
Ano
36 and...
percent mo?
Gi-answer naman ni.
Oh, answer, di ba?
Dapat ang atong answer. Inani atong answer. Okay. We have that one. Now, unsa may given?
Wala, ma'am.
Ang sample nga calcium carbonate ug magnesium carbonate, ma'am. Mora siya, ma'am.
Okay. Now, but we can, okay, if not given, you can assume 100 grams. So we can assume that the magnesium carbonate and then we have calcium carbonate is 100 grams. Now, okay, assuming is important siya sa chemistry. Okay, we have that one you assume if not given. So in this case, you assume the gram to be 100. That's it. So if you are not given with the grams, so you will always assume that's 100 grams. So if we have magnesium carbonate in the sample here, and then you have the calcium carbonate, so the grams total there is 100 grams. So naa siya 100 grams ha, then over na din na siya sa imong water kay aqueous solution. Okay. But the magnesium carbonate and calcium carbonate is 100 grams. Now, it says that, what about the mixture oxides? Okay, asa may oxides ani class?
Atong ignited na nga calcium carbonate ug magnesium carbonate, ma'am.
Okay, we have that one. So, the oxides. Okay, when we say oxides, we have oxygen. Okay, we have calcium oxide and magnesium oxide. The mixture weighs exactly half as much as the original sample. Then what will be the weight of your calcium oxide and magnesium oxide?
50, ma'am.
Okay, 50. So that is 50 grams. Okay, so this will be your equation 1. Okay, now after that one, if I will ask you what's the weight of your magnesium carbonate or calcium carbonate first, what will be the weight of your calcium carbonate?
50, ma'am.
Calcium carbonate 50?
100 grams.
100, ma'am.
100? Di ba ang kani
25,
100,
40, either 25.
ang kani 100 is ano man ni siya sa duha naman ni magnesium carbonate and calcium carbonate equals 100. Now, what's the weight of calcium carbonate?
25, 25.
25, 25, sure. Okay, so we
Assuming
can.
na po lang.
All right, now let calcium carbonate be X. Okay, remember, di ba, we have treated this problem in no? We have treated already a problem like this. We let calcium carbonate be X. Then what's the weight of your magnesium carbonate? Nakabuot
100,
na tani?
ma'am.
100? Ah, ang 100 lagi kay sa duha lagi na.
84.3, ma'am.
Sa 84.3. That's atomic weight nga linay mong pasabot. So we let calcium carbonate be X. Then if that is X, magnesium carbonate will be 100 minus X. Right? Okay pa? Alright. Now, if I have this one, okay class, if I have the roller, kaning nga roller. Okay. If ang roller, this is the whole thing is 100. And then, this part, it is, gitunga siya sa duha ka part. Now, if we let this part to be X, unsa ni siya? Pila man ang length ani niya? Pila yung length ani sa roller? If this part,
50.
ha? 50 nga no? Ang X, sure ka nga ang X 50?
Di siya ma'am, murag 100
Murag
minus
nasa sa
X.
mga 60 or
Okay, na siya sa mga 60 no. So, we have, if we know, we have this part to be 100 minus X na. Meaning that this part is, since you know that the whole thing is 100, you minus katong kaning gamay, then ang mabilin, mauna ang length ani. So we have 100 minus X. So if we let this part as X, then this part will be 100 minus X. Okay. Na ano pa? Follow? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Nico. 60
Yes,
siya,
ma'am.
Nico.
Unknown pa man ang X, ma'am.
All right. So we have that one. So 100 minus X. Now, so if we have that one, if this is your roller, no? So what you are going to do? Unsa man mo buhaton Nico para makabalo ka sa length ani niya?
Pangitaon ng X daan, ma'am.
Okay, you will find X. The same thing here also. We have that one. Okay, so we have your magnesium carbonate to be 100 minus X, then calcium carbonate to be X. We let calcium carbonate as X. Di ba naka-treat naman ta ni na problem?
Yes ma'am, katong number 6 ma'am, katong sodium chloride o barium ba to?
Alright, yes, kato. We've done this already. Now we have two equations here. We are going to find X. Two equations, so it's already enough, no? You have only one unknown, then you have two equations. That's enough. Okay, enough to find the X. Okay, so we have that one. So, unsay sunod buhaton? Unsay sunod buhaton? Okay, unsay sunod buhaton? All right. Now, let's use the two equations we have. MgCO3. Okay, equation 1. And then we have equation 2. Now, let's, ano dayon? We have equation 2. 50 is equal to MgO plus C calcium oxide. That's equation 2, right? Then, let's plug in, okay, let's plug in what we have in equation 1. So, equation 1 says that your MgO, because we know that MgO, asa man gikan ng MgO?
Sa magnesium carbonate, ma'am.
Okay, sa magnesium carbonate. Now, so what we are going to do here is let's magnesium carbonate, the mass of your magnesium carbonate. What's the mass of your magnesium carbonate? So grams. And then also the calcium carbonate asa gikan.
Sa,
Calcium
you
oxide,
mean
sorry.
calcium oxide, ma'am?
Yes.
Sa calcium carbonate, ma'am.
All right. Now we can use that one. So we have 50, okay, is equal to grams of magnesium carbonate. Pila ang grams sa itong magnesium carbonate? Pila yung mass? Pila yung mass sa magnesium carbonate?
50 grams.
Say 50 grams. Tana, oh. Sorry. Okay, we have that one. Di ba mo naman? Ato naman itong gilet.
100 minus X, ma'am.
Alright, so we have 100 minus X. That is magnesium carbonate. Grams of magnesium carbonate. Then, di ba dapat mo abot ta ani class. Dapat ang magnesium carbonate mahimo na to siyang MgO. So we will multiply that one with the atomic the molecular weight of MgCO3, that is
84.31, ma'am. Grams.
mao 84. Oh, gamay din, no? 84, 3, okay, 81.31. So we have
84,
81.31
ma'am.
grams. Ay, sorry. 84 grams MgCO3. That's 1 mole. Now, in 1 mole of MgCO3, because ato siyang class, ang atong gusto maabot nato ni siyang MgO. By using this MgO3, we multiply that one with 1 mole of MgCO3. How many moles of MgO? We only have one. One. Okay, 1 MgO. Now, ang ginatanaw diri class ay ang Mg. We have that one, 1 mole of MgO times 1 mole of MgO, that is 1 mole MgO, how many grams? How many grams? If we have 1 mole of MgO, how many grams? Atomic weight.
40.30, ma'am.
40.30. Okay, we have 40.30 grams. Okay, so naana ta class, we have already naana tayo grams of MgO. Then, okay, what's next is we will add with the grams of calcium oxide. Now, asa man ta magamit sa calcium oxide? Asa gikan ng calcium oxide is from calcium carbonate. So we have, what is the weight of calcium carbonate?
X, ma'am.
Calcium X. Okay. So we have that X. So X, that's grams of calcium carbonate times atomic molecular weight. What's the molecular weight? $99.
100, ma'am.
100, ma'am. 100, 0.8.
So we have that one. Okay, so we have in 100 grams calcium carbonate, that's 1 mole. 1 mole. Okay, times, because we Because ganahan na to is calcium oxide, to have this equation, so 1 mole of calcium carbonate, how many moles of calcium oxide? Okay, times. Now, we multiply that one with 1 mole of calcium oxide. How many grams? Pila? $56. 56 point, no, 56.08. So we have 56.08. Okay. Now, nakita ra ninyo class? Question daw. We know, because we are trying to get this equation 2. Equation 2. This one is the equation 2. Now, because we don't know the weight of your magnesium oxide and your calcium oxide, so ato siyang gigamitan og stoichiometric equation, which is from Mg calcium magnesium carbonate, because we know the weight of your magnesium carbonate, that's 100 minus x. Now, so we express that one until we get the MgO, this one. So actually this thing, all right, this thing, kani sila class, and then you have this one is actually your MgO. Diba? Nakita na ninyo class, this is your MgO. This is the weight of your MgO. And then plus the weight of your calcium oxide. We want to know the weight of the calcium oxide. But we don't know. So we will use the previous given, which is we know that the weight of your calcium oxide, calcium carbonate is X from your from the previous this one. What's the weight of your calcium carbonate? That's X. So that's why we will use that X. We will use the X of your calcium carbonate to get the weight of your calcium oxide. So, meaning this whole thing here is just actually your calcium oxide. So, we have that one MgO, then plus calcium oxide, that is equal to 50. Okay, follow? Follow? Hello? Nawala
Yes,
na.
ma'am.
Sige, question daw. Di ba kanima na to equation 2, ato na siyang gigamit. Kabalutan ni na MgO plus calcium oxide is equal to 50. Now, we don't know the weight of your MgO. This is mass. Mass. Mass also of your calcium oxide. But in equation 1, we have this one. We use equation 1 to get the MgO and the calcium oxide. So for MgO, gikan na siya sa magnesium carbonate. So we have that one, 100 minus X, that's the mass of your MgCO3, times the atomic mass, then times the molecular weight of your magnesium carbonate, and then then we have the one mass, the atomic weight of your MgO. So pila ni siya class? Number 1 daw class. This thing. Pila ni siya? What's the mass of your MgO?
0.478, ma'am.
Ha?
0.478.
0.47. Kani sa daw? Muragi ko ani mo. Kani sa daw, i-times sa daw ni taman diri. Pila ni? Pila na siya? Kita ninyo? 84.31. So we have 40.3 divided by
0.48, ma'am.
84.31. 0.47. Daghan na sa significant figure. That is
0.4779.
okay. So we have, all right, i-write na to. 50 is equal to 100 minus x. 100 minus x grams of MgCO3 times pila ni siya diri? Pila to ni diri?
0.4779, ma'am.
Grams of calcium magnesium oxide. Okay? Then plus kani siya pila ni? Pila ni?
0.5608, ma'am.
0.56, ma'am.
Ha? 100? Ay, pila gali ang calcium? Nawala siya ang calcium oxide. Pila ang calcium oxide? 56.08 divided by 100. Pila? Pila to?
0.5608,
0.516.
0.56077.
08.
5608, ma'am.
5608, ma'am.
Sorry, class. Okay. Now, we have still x. Diba? X mani? Because we have this one. So, x. All right. Now, after that one, let's distribute this one. So, we have 50 is equal to 100 times 0.477. Pila? That's 47.79 minus 0 x times 0.4779. That's 0.779x plus this one 0.5608. Ay nako. Agoy. 08. Okay, x. Now, combining like terms, we have 50 minus 47.79 is equal to, pila ni siya class? Pila ni siya? So we have 0.79. It's 2.21 is equal to kani pila ni?
1.03 ma'am. Ay,
1.0387, ma'am.
04 din.
Pila?
1.0387.
1. Negative man ni. Negative, that's minus 0.1 yali. Ano ba? 5608.5608 minus 0.4779. That's 0.0x.
829, ma'am.
Now divide both sides. by 0.829, cancel, cancel. So x is equal to
26.658
26.60.
659, ma'am.
26 point. So x is equal to 26.659. So what is the weight of your calcium carbonate? What's the weight of your calcium carbonate? What's the weight of your calcium carbonate?
26.659, ma'am.
So this is the grams of your calcium carbonate. Now, what about your magnesium carbonate? What's the weight of your magnesium carbonate? That is pila. What's the weight of your magnesium carbonate? 100 minus the x. 73 point. So we have magnesium carbonate is 100 minus the x. So that is 100 minus 26.659. Your magnesium carbonate is equal to 73.34. Okay, 73.34.
1, ma'am. 341.
1. Okay, so that is MgCO3. Yay! Now, let's go back to the problem. Calculate percent calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate. How do we do that? So let's divide. So if we know, okay, let's divide the whole thing. All right. We have grams of your calcium carbonate plus grams of MgCO3 is equal to 100. Mao ni siya, no? Now, class, to get the percent calcium carbonate is just percent calcium grams of calcium carbonate, divide that whole thing with 100, then you multiply that one with 100%, so that is equal to, calcium carbonate is just equal to, pila galing grams calcium carbonate? That's 26.659 divided by 100 grams. Because the whole thing is grams, 100 grams. Then you multiply that one with 100%. So percent calcium carbonate is equal to
26.65.
26.659%. So we have that one. Now, what about your What about your percent MGC? What about your percent MgCO3? That is equal to
73.341%, ma'am.
yun sa nimo.
Gi-divide by 100, ma'am. Tapos gi-times 100.
Okay. Yes, pwede ra pod 100 minus the whole minus 26.65%. Diba? 100% minus 26.659 equals, that will be the percent of your MgCO3 because we know duha ra sila kabuok. Duha ra ang naa didto nga present na compounds and then it's 100. So pwede ra nimo i-minus. So that one, grams of MgCO3 divided by 100 grams times 100%. That is equal to, pila to ganina? 73.341 divided by 100 grams. So this is, cancel naman na. We have 73.341%. So MgCO3 is equal to this one. Now let's go back if we are correct. Layo kay tag-answer class. Right? But the same thing, okay, you do again, you redo the calculation so that you will get this one, 26.73. Dagmatera siya sa atong mga point. Okay? We have that one. Now, let's review. All right. Sige, question daw, class. Question. Question. Ano day? Sorry. Question. Goy. Question. Jerome.
Muna, ma'am.
Okay. Sige, Mikey.
What if, ma'am, dili 100 ang i-assume nga kanang sample nga mass, ma'am? Pwede ra po siya, ma'am.
No, you always assume it with 100. Tanan.
Okay, ma'am.
100 is ano siya, murag perfect na siya na og perfect og sa percent pa perfect, and then it's easier to calculate. Ha? 5:30. God. Question pa. Question. 4:45. What else? Sige. Question. Now, nga naman, ma'am, nga, lahi na layo na lagi kita. Question dahin mo, class. All right, so next meeting I expect nga ano siya no. Mag-question mo. Okay, mag-study naman mo. All right, now let's go to number 10. Then we are done after 11. Okay, we have this one, number 10. Okay, number 10, you treat this thing also the same to number 9. Okay, the same to number 9. So let's do that. Okay, please read. Ay, number 11 sa tabi. Okay, taman na ko 520. Ay, number 10. Sige, number 10. Please read. Okay, please read number 10. Nawala. All right, number 10. Erica. Si Erica. Okay. EG's.
A mixture containing
Erica,
only
sorry. Sige, number 10, Erica. Okay. Then you enter, paano ninyo
a mixture
manage?
containing only FeCl3 and ElCl3 weighs 5.95 grams. The chlorides are converted to the hydrous oxides and ignited to FeO
CO3 and ElO3. The oxide mixture weighs 2.62 grams. Calculate the percent iron and percent aluminum in the original mixture. Thank you, ma'am.
Ay, daghan kay kong klase dong. Six. Chos. Okay. All right. So what is given? Okay, here. Na mas better siya. Okay, if we have this mixture, if you have your beaker, then okay, dili siya tama example. So, unsay naa diri sulod niya? We have unsay naa diri class?
Chlorine.
Okay, this one. Unsay basa ni? Okay, unsay basa ning FeCl3?
Iron chloride.
Iron chloride. But
Ferrofluoride.
kana pong check class, wa pud ko kabalo. Unsa siya class? Ferric
Iron
chloride. Now, iron chloride is not specific because we have FeCl2. That's ferrous. You name that one with ferrous chloride. Now, if we have if we have 3 plus, because the oxidation state of your iron is we have positive 2 and then we have 3. So the 2 can be named as iron, but it's not specific. So we can name ferric for if we have 3, if the oxidation state of your iron is 3. And then we can name it with ferrous chloride if we have 2, if the oxidation state is 2. Okay, ferrous chloride. This one, ferrous chloride. Okay. But again, kato inyong iron chloride is ano siya, not specific. We have this one, oh, iron, and then though he named it iron chloride, but he specifies that it has 2. This thing, iron 2 chloride. Now, this one also is ano, iron 3, this one, iron 3 chloride. 30. Okay. What about ElCl3? ElCl3. Okay, so we have AlCl3. Now, wait. Unsa na siya class?
Aluminum chloride, ma'am.
We have that one. Now, in this solution, this is your solution. It has ferric chloride and we have this aluminum chloride. So, ang duha na siya dito, na siya diri. We have ElCl3. Now, what's the weight of the 2? That is
5.95.
equal to 5.95. Now, we have also here, then when we ignite it, it is converted into hydrous oxides. Okay. Now it's been after ignition, it became this thing. Fe2O3. What's that?
Ferrous oxide.
Ferrous? Unsa kay ngalan basta 3? Ferric. If we have
Ferric.
3. Okay, we have ferric oxide. Okay. So iron 3 or ferric oxide, that's it. And then we have aluminum oxide. So we ignite the thing. So after ignition, so we form Fe2O3 and El2O3. So we have that one. Same ra ganina, no? Then it says that the oxide mixtures weighs 2.62 grams. So the whole thing is 2.62 grams. Pareha na siya, class. Ayun na siya. Now, okay. So what's the, we will let ferric chloride be X. We have X. Then what's the weight of your AlCl3?
5.95 minus X.
Okay, we have ElCl3 or the grams na siya ha, mass. Okay, mass. Mass. The mass is 5.95 minus X. Okay, now, after this one is, okay, after that one, let's find what? Let's find. Unsa to pangitaon? Let's find X. Now, let's find X using equation 2. We have two equations again here, equation 1 and equation 2. So we have, in equation 2, we have 2.62 grams, that is equal to X times, okay. So asa gikan natong Fe2O3? Gikan sa atong FeCl3. So FeCl3 is X times, we have 2.62 plus kamo na lang buhat aning number 9, number 10. That's your assignment. Sa'yo na siya. From home na ta. Okay. Kay gaulan na. Magklase pa po ko. We have this one. Number 11. Okay. Alright ha. Assignment ng number 10 ha. I-pass yun ninyo na. Number 11. Dapat kaning answer nyo makuha. Number 11. Okay, please read number 11. We have Rhea Floor. Rhea Floor.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you read. Magklase ka?
Ma'am? A 0.3516 G sample of commercial phosphate detergent was ignited at red heat to destroy the organic matter. The residue was then taken up in HCl, which converted to a P2H3PO4. This phosphate was precipitated as MgNH4PO4 6H2O by addition of Mg2 plus followed by aqueous aqueous NH3. After being filtered and washed, the precipitate was converted to Mg2 P2O7, then 2.57 G mole by ignition at 100 degrees Celsius. This residue weigh 0.2161 J. Calculate the percent P 30.974 G mole in the sample 17.15% P.
Okay, so we have that one. We have a 0.356 gram sample. So it has phosphate. It was ignited and then, okay, let's write that one, B. Now, magkuhan mo class, when you treat a problem, you read and then you write. You draw what's happening. Okay, so the first thing is you have your, this one. You have your phosphate. Okay, so it has PO4, 3 minus. So, pila ni siya? 0.35616 grams. So, after that one, yun sa nimo siya, it was ignited. Okay, it was ignited. You ignite. And then you have the residue. Okay. Then, after that one, the residue was then taken up with HCl. So, after this one, you add with HCl. So, what happened is you have H3PO4. Okay, because the phosphate ion will react with the HCl. HCl is very acidic, then it will donate its proton. So we will have H3PO4. Then after that one, you precipitate that one, forming forming this one, magnesium. What's the basa ni class? This one. Okay, so we have that one. All right. Because after this one, we add Mg plus, Mg2 plus, and then we add NH3, the ammonium. So what we have formed is MgNH3PO4. Then you have your water. Sige. Assignment. Unsay pangalan ani class? What's the name of this compound?
Magnesium, ammonium,
Phosphate. Then, what's next? Unsa to, EGs? Magnesium, ammonium, phosphate,
Water.
hexa. Okay. Water. Oh, yes, we have water. Napo na name. It's 6 man. Hexa.
Ambot lang, ma'am.
Oh, sige, assignment. Alright, we have otro po na teacher, makabalo. Nataway. Alright, you answer that one. Then we have. Okay, so after that one, you filter, then you wash, then the precipitate was converted. Okay, so after this one, you wash. Okay, The methods in gravimetry, you wash, then you filter. Then the precipitate, we have Mg2P2O7. Mg2P2O7. Okay. Now, it weighs, pila iyang weight class? This one, pila iyang grams? The precipitate weighs, pila? Zero point 61 grams. Napa ko? Okay. So this is the process, no? Taas kayo. You started with the phosphate, and then phosphate ion, then you ignite, then you have the residue, and then you treated it with HCl, forming H3PO4. And then after that one, you add magnesium and then ammonium, then forming this one, magnesium ammonium hexa. Sorry, water. Okay, this one. And then you wash and then you filter. Then after that one, you have your precipitate. Okay. Unsa interpunk gali chos? Sa interpunk? Hexahydrate. Hexa, nakuan ko sa water. Kalimut sa water. Okay, so we have that one, magnesium. Magnesium ammonium phosphate hexa. Because it's 6, then we have the hydrate water. Okay, so we have this one. Now, after this one, okay, let's treat that problem. So we are asked of percent phosphorus. So we are asked of percent phosphorus. So percent phosphorus is just, again, the weight, the grams of your precipitate, Mg2P2O7, times the molecular weight of Mg2P2O7 times atomic weight of your phosphorus times 100. Divide that one with the whole thing, the gram sample, times 100. So we have that one, grams Mg2P2O7, pila? This one, 0.2161 grams Mg2P2O7 times molecular weight class of Mg2P2O7. That is given already. It's this one, 222 point, hello?
0.57.
0.57 grams per mole of Mg2P2O7. Then you multiply that one, 1 mole of Mg2P2 P2O7, how many moles of phosphorus? How many moles of phosphorus in 1 mole of Mg2P2O7? We have, now you look at the subscript class. Phosphorus. Narang phosphorus. How many moles? We have,
2.
okay, 2 din siya. 2 moles of phosphorus times in 1 mole of phosphorus, how many grams? Oh, nara siya. 30.974. Class, grabe ito mga giparenthesis. Mao na siya yung mga atomic mass o mga molecular weight, molecular mass. 30.974. Gamitin natin siya. 30.974 grams phosphorus. Then, after that one, so you divide the whole thing with the sample. What is the mass of the sample?
0.3116, ma'am.
3516. 0.3516 times 100. Ay mo kalimot sa 100. So, okay. Multiply na, class. Point 2161 times 2 divided by, ay, times pa din. Times 30.974 divided by 222.57 divided by 0.3516 times 100. So, pila, class? We have percent P is equal to pila? Sige, i-times ninyo, then you divide, then again divide the whole sample. Then multiply by 100. O, Nico. Ma-favoritism kay Tutet. Balik na kung pangalan mo istorya. Pila ni siya, class? We have, okay, 0.2161 times 1 times 2 times 3, 30.974. Then divided by 2.257 times 1 times 1. Then after that one, you divide the whole thing with 0.3516 grams. Then multiply by 100. Pila siya? Percent P is equal to times 100% ni siya, class. Percent ni siya. Okay. You cannot achieve percent without this one. Okay, so we have pila na. Okay, so class, akong na-calculate na, class, that is 17.107%. So, percent P is equal to, so meaning, ang phosphorus na naa sa imuhang sample is just 17.107%. The remaining percent is consist of other elements like the oxygen, the magnesium, the nitrogen. Then you have also the, maura to, the nitrogen. So, we have, okay, this one. So, sakto ra. Okay, so we got the correct answer. Okay. So, nakuha to ninyo?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Mura gaulan na kay class no. Then na po kay klase 5:30. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. Don't forget your assignment number 10 and the name of this compound. Okay. So don't forget that one. This one. And number 10. So you pass it sa G-class. Magbuhat ko dito submission bin. Then if I cannot, so just remind me please. So we have that one. Now, that's all. So please review the problems. Then you try to answer. Then please be guided by the recorded video. Naaragit siya dito class. Then you try to answer because in your exam I will magpa-solve jud ko. Not multiple choice na class kay marag perfect mo always. But we still have multiple choice then like this one, like the one that Sir Jason tackled. So that's all. Then please pod kanang pwede ka mo na lang magkuan og schedule sa exam aning handout 5. Kamo pagbuhat na lang mo pool kano sa mo gusto mo take. Next naman kay mag handout 6 ta para mahuman na ta. Yay! So that's all. Thank you so much class. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.